Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates channel. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and today I put together a pretty quick and effective chair workout that you guys can do at home if some of you Pilates enthusiasts actually have at-home Pilates chair equipment. So it's a full body focus. It's for all levels. I'll make the modifications and let you know which spring tension to choose. Even though I'm working on a balanced body split combo chair, if you have a different model, no big deal. We'll make it work and we can find the resistance that will be suitable for you. Again, it's in all levels, so depending on your level of experience, if you're a beginner, we can make it very beginner-like. If you're an intermediate, veteran, seasoned instructor, we know what to do there as far as tensions go too. So let's go ahead and have some fun, and I will see you in the video. Let's begin with footwork. I have on 1 spring on 2 and 1 spring on 3. So create a resistance that is comfortable for you and sustainable throughout the footwork series. Starting with heels on in a parallel hip distance apart position, take an exhale to press the pedal down. Think of growing taller out of your sits bones as your belly draws deep into the spine. By stabilizing our hips and engaging the abs, we minimize this torso shifting back and forth. Let's do about 10 repetitions here. We're going to shift down to the toes, staying parallel, hip distance apart, and let's float those arms out in front of us. Again, take an exhale to press the pedal down. Inhale to resist the pedal on the way up. Think of the same speed going down and the same speed lifting you back up again. Beautiful. Next, let's take heels together, toes apart, find those arms in a genie position. And again, take inventory of your body as you sit up nice and tall. Focus on activating those inner thighs and keeping those knees about shoulder distance apart here on the way up. Transition with the heels on the foot bar, nice and wide, toes are out. We're going to frame the ear with our left arm and then reach out with our right arm to a T. Exhale, press down. Inhale, return up. Relaxing with the shoulders, the jaw, and our neck here. Think of balancing a book at the top of your head. And allow those ribs to knit closely together like you're wearing a tight corset around the waist. Lastly, let's take the toes down to the foot bar. Heels are lifted, right arm is up, left arm out to a T. Exhaling, pressing down. Inhale to bring it up. We should be feeling this right in the very center of our thigh, right in the quad, just above the knee. So if you're feeling it and getting fatigued there, that's perfect. It's exactly the muscle focus that we're aiming for. All right, guys, great job. Let's go ahead and step off, and we're going to turn to face the chair. I'm going to keep the same tension here and position the left foot on the pedal, left knee to the edge of the bench. Calf raises, so you're flexing and pointing through the ankle, identifying the muscles in the calves and increasing mobility through the ankle here. Let's elongate through the spine, so try not to collapse through it, and about 10 repetitions here. Exhale to press, inhale to pull the toes towards you. Switch it to the next side when you're ready. Keep those abs pulling in, deepening the connection. Again, trying to incorporate our ab work in every single exercise that we're doing here. After 10, go ahead and relax, and we'll go ahead and move into our ab work. So I'm going to change the springs here to 1 on 3, and then I am using a small box here to prepare and show a beginner preparation for the exercise. So arms out in front, we're going to begin to tuck that tailbone under, sweeping those arms around, reach and find the pedal behind you, fingertips facing towards your body. Stay grounded through the feet on the box, and you're going to use your abdominal muscles to press the pedal down. Exhale, use your abs to lift back up again. So 3 repetitions like this with the feet grounded. And again, this is not an arm exercise, but doing everything in your conscious effort to use your abs, facilitate the movement with your abs here. When you're ready to float the legs up to tabletop, by all means take it to this next variation. But if you like feet grounded, stay there. Perfect. A lot more balance, a lot more control. Not to say that this is any harder than the first one, because we create the work here. Gently bring those legs down one at a time and floating the body up, restacking the spine. Let's move into our oblique variation. So raise that left arm up, find the pedal. Pressing into it, you're going to frame your bicep with your right ear. Exhale, lifting through those obliques, wrapping those muscles around. And we're just going to do 4 repetitions here. I'm going to keep the feet grounded on the block. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower down. Again, creating this heaviness. Beautiful. And float right on back to the top here. Inhale to prepare. And sweep the arm around. Connect to the pedal. And lower. Use your exhalation to lift your body up. It's assisting you. The breath, the abdominals are assisting you on the way up here. 2 more. Perfect. And last one, coming right back up to the top here. Excellent. So this was a great preparation for our pikes that we're going to get into next. And I'm going to move the springs to 2 springs on 2 here. And you want to determine what your level of experience with this exercise is. So if you need a little bit more assistance, I would go heavier. If you want to challenge yourself, go lighter, okay? So hands on the edge of the bench, toes are on. We're going to line the shoulders over the wrists as you pike the hips up. So you're scooping the belly and lifting those hips towards the ceiling. So it's a very controlled movement. As you can see, we want to float the pedal off the frame, off the floor, depending on which model you have here. And it's nothing jerky. We're not using momentum. Again, this movement is facilitated by the abdominal muscles, not the legs. So do what you can. Excellent. So let's move into our side pikes, our oblique variation. So 1 foot in front of the other, left foot in front of the right. If you're facing towards me, and exhale to lift up. Keep those hips squared, shoulders squared. Again, lift with the abs, and that will just help to keep you squared here. And just 3 on each side. Shoulders over those wrists. Exhale, lifting up again. Trying to find the height that works well for you. Beautiful. Really allow that breath to guide you here. And lower back down again. Great. Okay, so from here, carefully allow that pedal to rise up. We're going to go into a VMO press. So we're going to strengthen the quads here. So standing tall. It's a heavy spring. I'm going to keep my toes on, push that pedal down. So you should feel the thigh working here. It's creating a lot of balance. So if this is too heavy for you, take it down a little bit lighter. But I do want you to feel like you have to just work through this with effort, actually. Heel is lifted. And then we'll take it to the next side. Nice and tall. Good. Evenly pushing with your toes. Exhale to press down. Inhale to bring it back up. Try to avoid shifting your weight forward and overly gripping your toes in the floor as much as that helps to keep our balance. But we want those muscles relaxed. We want the effort to come with our abs here. So about 5 repetitions on each side, because it is a heavy weight. And then we're gonna move into our step ups here. So we're gonna balance as if you were holding onto 2 tennis balls at the edge of the chair. You're going to push through the left heel, working the glutes here. So again, squeeze and contract the glutes. Your right foot is going to stay connected to the pedal the whole time. So this is a beginner exercise here. It can definitely turn into more of an intermediate exercise if you didn't want to keep your hands on the chair, if you wanted to balance in an upright position. So do what feels good for you today. Good. And then we'll carefully switch. The more springs, the more weight you have on this exercise, it's just going to be a little bit easier to assist you up. The less weight you do have on it, it's your own body weight that's actually doing the work here. So be mindful on what springs you like to choose, and it could vary from day to day depending on your energy level. But again, as you're pushing through, you want right glute activated. The right butt cheek should feel like it's heating up and it's doing the effort here. Press evenly through the sole of your foot. Lower down carefully. Exhale it back up. Scooping those abs every time. And then carefully coming back down again. Perfect. All right, guys, so from here, we're going to go ahead and move into a little bit of bridging. So I lowered the spring tension to 1 on 3. So you could do 1 on 3, 1 on 4. I think that's going to be sufficient for all of us. And then lie down flat here, having that 90-degree angle where knees are over hips and knees in line with those ankles. Arms are down beside you. And you're going to press into the floor here as you peel your spine off the mat. Roll your spine down, articulate as it lengthens all the way back to the floor. So what's our muscle focus here? We want to identify the hamstrings. We want to feel like the spine is getting a good stretch. The glutes are working with us as a team. The abs are scooping down and in to help control the speed of the exercise. Articulating the spine up, open wide through the chest. Feel the collarbone spreading from one side to the next. Then we challenge ourselves. We're going to balance. We're marching in place here, taking one leg up and one leg down, and then roll your spine all the way back to the floor. Beautiful. Let's bring the soles of your feet together for our hip openers. So we're gluing everything together, and then exhale to press the pedal down. But notice that the pedal isn't going all the way down. You almost want to stop like where it feels like this heaviness is occurring here. So you should be feeling it if you're going slow enough, like, oh yes, I totally feel what she's talking about. And then think again, those knees are opening wide from wall to wall. You're using your inner thighs, and then let it float back up. Perfect. So we'll come right back up, and I actually want to use the block on this one. So let's place that down, and we're gonna go into shrugs. We're gonna go into some tricep work. So find that pedal behind. I'm gonna keep the same spring tension, but and I do have 1 on 3 right now. But if you wanted to increase the tension, definitely it can totally be done. Fingers are gonna face you with arms straight. Let those shoulders shrug all the way up to your ears and then lower down. 10 repetitions here. So we want to contract those upper traps here to help relax the shoulders, to help depress the shoulders. Perfect. You can have your legs out in front of you, or you can crisscross them, whatever feels better. And then let's move into those tricep presses. So shoulders are already down, and then we're going to bend and straighten out through the arms. So focus your attention in the back of those arms, right into the center of the tricep. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Beautiful job here, guys. And that should feel pretty good. And then coming out of that, carefully let the pedal rise up above us, and we're standing. Taking it right into mermaid. So some nice lateral flexion for us. Arms out. Press your left hand into the pedal, reach up and over, and then add a little rotation if that feels good to open up the sides of the ribs. And really, you want the right foot to stay connected to the floor. If you're shorter, I would use like a yoga block or some sort of small block to bring the floor up to you so that you're really getting the benefit of the lateral stretch here. So shine those ribs to the ceiling, take a rotational stretch here if that feels good, and just like let your body just get into a Zen flow here as you ease into it. And return back up. When you're ready, counter stretch it here. It feels so nice. And then we will turn to the other side. All right, line ourselves back up again, arms out. Take that right hand, float it to the pedal, reach it up and over, and then maybe do the effort here, do the work and lifting your body with your abdominal muscles. So yeah, it feels great to get the stretch, but then do the work on the way up. Exhale, reach it up and over, lifting the torso. Beautiful. Add that rotational stretch if that feels nice. Let your body hang and melt into the stretch here. Shoulders down and away from those ears. Readjust the hands. Lift back up for one more counter stretch. And then coming out of that. Let's finish it with back extension. So I'm going to float my legs up, but you guys can definitely keep your feet on the floor if that works better for you today. And then shoulders over wrists. We're going to go back into those tricep presses. So nice and long through the body, bending the elbows, straightening the arms. We want to minimize the movement of our body. And then once we're done with our triceps, we'll go into extension where there is movement in the body, but the arms are going to stay straight the whole time. So focus on those shoulders just running down the back pockets here. Take your inhale to lift up and then your exhale to lower down. Glutes are squeezing and your legs are energized. Beautiful job here, guys. About 5-6 repetitions here is really good. And then go ahead and find the floor with your feet and come right back up. Awesome. Let's just take a couple stretches. So right into your piriformis stretch, that pigeon stretch. And then once that feels good, let's go into a nice hip flexor stretch. Keeping the feet grounded, lean into it. Puff your chest up a little bit so that you can feel the muscles there stretching a little further. And then we'll switch. Nice. And then right into the hip flexor stretch there, guys, to finish it off. Push those hips forward, keep your chest up, shoulders down. Beautiful. Let's end with a couple roll downs there, guys. So hip distance apart, float those arms, roll your spine down, fingertips to toes. Just take inventory of what your body feels like. Thank you so much for joining me today for this workout. If you did like it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care.